Let's do it live, and that's what we're going to do. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday night to you and yours. I'm live here with four fifths of the band known as Rat Rod. They're back, brand new album out this past Friday. It's called Four on the Floor, and no, it's not their fourth album. Technically, it is, but it isn't. A little
How you
play
look
on
at it.
words. It's their third studio album. They also have a live album, but it's out. Tons of press filling up the musical encyclopedia of the globe between the album, the video, and much more to come. And here we are joined tonight. We got next to me LJ, who is going to be sporting that new Johnny Thunders bass. We have next to him Mark, who has the Franken Gretsch and every annual Gretsch he can put on his shoulder. We got down in the corner Philly's number one sports fan and screamer himself, Mr. Mike Smith. And over there in the other corner, we got the Wawa representative himself and sponsor child, Bryce. What's going on, guys?
Good day, sir.
What's up, Bay?
Buddy. Would it be?
The Bay Man.
It be. Actually, you know what it be? It be a long fucking time coming is what it be because
It's been a really long time coming.
Yeah.
it's
Yes, sir.
this album, like when you really see and you see Mark just start laughing. This has been in the works for a while. I mean, like how long ago was this actually finished?
I don't want to think
It was
about
in
it.
the can basically in March. We were done with it in March.
Yeah, it was completely finished like March, and then it took till now, till last Friday to finally put it out, to the public.
Yeah.
Little bumps and
Uncontrollable circumstances.
here and there, things out of our control, but
Timings.
we got it.
Yeah.
We got it rolling.
Was that I can imagine frustrating for you guys, but it was like kind of weird, like all that time passed, and it's kind of like, what the hell songs are on this album we recorded? Like, did it get to that point at all?
Trust us, we know the songs.
No, for real though. I listened to the album on Friday when it dropped, and I'm like, oh yeah, that song is on this album. Like, there's stuff that we've been playing in the set list for a while that I completely forgot we even recorded.
That's hysterical. That is hysterical.
Because you work on something for so long, and then once you're done with it, you kind of put it away because speaking for myself, you get tired of it. Quite frankly,
Mhm.
you're tired of hearing the same takes over and over and over again because you're tweaking them, trying to get them just right. You're mixing this or mixing that, whatever. So you just put it away. See, it ends up being a rediscovery when you finally do hear it again. So that was pretty cool to actually hear it released and hear the songs how everybody else hears them, so to speak. Because I hadn't
And boy,
listened
do
to
they
them
sound
except for maybe a
good.
couple times since we finished. So it was pretty neat.
Now, how about like the recording process and everything else? Was there done anything differently than the previous two studio albums?
Yeah,
Mark?
you could say completely different.
Yeah, a lot different. Sort of.
The composing process wasn't really much different, other than once the songs were demoed, then the guys had free reign to do their thing with them. Which we really, quite frankly, it's always kind of been that way. But this group of guys we've got now have the strength and creativity to do it. Not that it wasn't
Thank
that way
you,
before,
Mark.
but they've got a different kind of confidence that they felt good about doing it. We felt good about hearing it as well.
Right.
So the song structuring was the same. The band arranging was a little different this time because there was a lot more input from all five people this time around. And then the production part of it, we actually went to Maryland and cut the basic tracks down at Studio E with Eric D and myself and the boys. We all went down there and cut the basic tracks, the drums, bass, guitar with scratch vocal, and then brought it back here to the bunker, and we did the overdubs and whatnot, the extra guitars and the solos that didn't get kept down there. Any lead vocals we wanted to redo or touch up, we did here, and backing vocals we did here. Did all that stuff, and any bass lines that needed to be adjusted or changed. Maybe we heard something different. We wanted to change things around a little bit. We did all that stuff here. Once we got all the tracking done, of course, here in Somerdale, New Jersey. Once the tracking was done, we took it up to Lance Walter, right?
Lance Walter.
Lance Walter up at
Ron Street.
Yeah, up at Ron Street Studios, and he mixed it. And that's something way different for us. Past few efforts, we mixed it ourselves, and we just felt we needed a different set of ears to take this to the next level, and it worked because he just knocked it out of the park. Grand slam home run.
It's always great to get an outside perspective
Really happy
something
with
like
how it
that
turned
because
out.
you get too close to it.
That's what I was going to say. Like, were you nervous doing that since you guys have normally done it yourselves?
No, I think we were excited actually because I personally knew and felt pretty confident that it would sound better if we had like outside ears like helping us out. You know what I'm saying? Because
Sure.
you know, like I said, you know, the last two times, well, with the live album, but even Light 'Em Up, when you mix it yourself, you know, you don't hear certain things, and you know, when you get somebody else that has no clue, never heard the stuff before, to chime in and give their ideas about, hey, well, let's do this, let's try that, blah blah blah. In the mixing, I should say, bring this up, make this. I was confident that it would be better, especially going to Lance, because we used to practice there a couple times, and John's friends with him, so we've heard some of his other work, and it was great. His other stuff that he's done with some other bands came out incredible. So I was as soon as we got the word that we were going to be working with Lance, I was pretty excited. I kind of knew he'd hit it out of the park, and he did. Awesome.
That's awesome. Now, correct me if I'm wrong for this one, because I was thinking about this when I was, getting my stuff together for the interview with you guys tonight.
You got to get stuff together for us now, even now.
Yeah, of course, because it doesn't matter who it is. I want to get stuff down on paper because I'm an old man. I got hit in the head a lot. I forget shit.
It's also to keep the interview from derailing.
Yeah, of course.
No, you're a professional, babe.
That's a scary term to use, but yes, I try to be at least.
A seasoned
But
veteran.
I'm professional, but I'm just realizing I got the wrong freaking logo in the corner. Too many.
There you go.
I take back everything I said then.
There you go. Now a professional.
Bumps on the head.
Yeah. So, but isn't this the first studio album with Bryce and Harry? Am I right on that, or?
Yes.
Yeah. With me, at least.
Yes. Yeah. Well, technically, yes. All right.
Well,
first studio album.
Album, yeah.
Studio album, yeah.
Bryce was involved in Light 'Em Up. He wrote Memphis Belle on Light 'Em Up, and there's a bit of his guitar playing on that album too. It's not credited, but he's on there.
A little bit.
This is the first official.
Snuck it in there.
Technically, the first official album he's on. Yep.
Okay.
He did all the leads for Mark on Light 'Em Up. We didn't want to tell him.
There you go.
Filling in the little
the blanks there that Mark didn't.
So, all right. So, Bryce, I'm going to put you on a spot. How was it for you? Because, we know now that you did a little bit on Light 'Em Up, but for this one, doing the whole studio thing and recording and the tedious part of that compared to playing live, how was that for you?
It was awful. I couldn't stand. I'm just kidding. It was a great experience. Honestly, I was so excited to get down at Studio E because this was the first experience I've ever had recording in a studio as an artist. I had visited like Why Me with my dad years and years ago, being an observer of the process, but this was the first time I was actually able to participate in the process of recording an album, and it was really cool from start to finish. I was soaking up every single minute of being down there, and then coming back up and just being super excited to hear the finished product. I was always on our Google Drive listening to the different revisions, the different mixes, and just seeing how well everything came out and how well everything was progressing. It's really neat to be able to have product in hand now and say, hey, we did this, I'm on this, and it sounds professional as hell.
I know, I love it.
That's
I
awesome.
listen to it all the time because, not just because I just think it. I think, I don't know. It's just sound. It came out so cool, and I guess I'm just like really proud of it. I listen to it a lot.
I've said this 100 times. This is the best project and the most proud I've ever been about a project, and can't wait for people to actually hear it because I think it's a like going back to the last album. It's everybody has an input on this one, and you can tell it. And it wasn't the same thing that we've always done. It kind of breathed a little bit, and we got a personality, and we're growing into our personality or our band personality.
You can definitely hear the maturity of the band now. You know what I mean? Like it's the third studio album, and you hear that every musical artist you hear when they put a new album out. This is my favorite album. This is the best thing I've ever done. But a lot of times you'll hear a new album from an artist, and you'll be like, all right, it should be. But with you guys, like, you can honestly, and I think I said this to you before early on with this whole process, like, you can definitely hear the maturity of the band now. Like, you could hear the progression.
Well, it's also the fact that you have 5 people now that are all inputting, and they're not afraid to input, or can actually, no knock to anybody else, can actually play. And it wasn't left to just Mike and Mark. So, you got, Bryce has his influences. I have mine. Harry has his. Mike and Mark have theirs. We have a couple of common threads running through everybody, but you can see the fact and hear the fact that it all came together, and we're not afraid to try new stuff. Like, me and Mark went on a trip down south, came back, and we wound up at the Stray Cats in Atlantic City, and Mike was next door at Kicks, and Mark comes down a couple weeks later with a total rockabilly song, Stole My Soul. And there's that swing thing going through the whole, and, most bands kind of just write what they write, and they never want to try anything different.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a couple of songs on here that are a big stretch from what we do. Motherload, we would have never tried anything like that a couple albums ago. Stole My Soul, we would have never tried that a couple albums ago. So, you could just see how everybody inputs, how everybody has grown, and how everybody can play. Now, sometimes it goes off the rail. It's.
Well, all the credit. I mean, in all seriousness, the credit goes to Mark. I mean, his creativity and writing, is just great. I mean, he just, he went to the songwriting. His songwriting just went to an extra level this time.
Well, don't sell yourself short, Mike.
But but not to sell like Light 'Em Up short either. I mean, Light 'Em Up's got some, I mean, if we could remix that to get it to sound as good as
on that record
as this album, I mean, but I know what John's saying, and I agree. Like, we did kind of evolve, like, Motherload's like a bluesy tune. It's a blues, kind of like a heavy blues tune, but we are kind of like rock blues. Our other stuff's rock blues. You know what I mean? So it's not really anything different. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's right in with our our fabric of what we do. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think you could ever see yourselves doing a
And-
ballad?
No.
Fuck out of here.
Well,
We got
I
three
myself,
no's.
no, I would never will.
We got three. Mike,
That's
how about
kind of
you?
in my
You ever-
mind.
now see, when you say ballad, they all automatically think like a low, like Every Rose Has Its Thorn. No, not in Every Rose Has Its Thorn or I Remember You. But I mean, it might, like, I don't know. I can hear kind of something that would be
In all seriousness,
cool, that would be badass, but it wouldn't be like I Love You, Baby. You know what I mean? But
No.
in all
If we did,
seriousness,
it
But
would
you
be
could
the
slow-
Ragni
there's-
song.
I would.
I have an idea actually. I'm in my mind. I'm going to work on.
I'm curious.
I say that valid, but in all seriousness, I wouldn't turn down any cool sounding music. If there's a piece of music that has a cool vibe to it, it's got a swagger, it's got an attitude, but it just has to be slow and chill. Okay, fine. I just ain't gonna call it a ballad.
Yeah.
No,
like,
and
So
like,
I say,
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
I'm a firm believer that every idea should be fleshed out to its full extent and let it kind of sit and marinate just before you decide to cut it out.
Yeah.
And if it happens to be a ballad, well, so be it. I just none of
Yeah.
that love crap.
Right. Now, I mean, the bottom line is a good song is a good song, and
Exactly.
we just want to write good songs. You know what I mean? Like that's the bottom line is the fucking good songs, man. You know what I mean? Like period, good songs, catchy, something.
And-
It's got to be catchy. It's got to have a groove. It's got
And
to,
we've got a brand.
and that's it. A good song. That's it. It's all about the song. It's
We've got
all
a
about
brand
the
we've
songs.
established. So,
No, how
and
about
within
this
that
though?
context of all about the song, we've got a brand that we will kind of stay.
Within.
So it'll still sound like Rat Rod no matter what.
Right.
Well, how about this with as things have been done differently for this album. Like as I was going through and Googling, Four on the Floor Rat Rod, it was weird for me, the outsider looking in. Is it weird for the insiders looking out when you see like for sale now at Target,
Yes.
Rat Rod, Four on the Floor?
dude, that's like,
I can't believe it.
I know.
That's so cool.
I never thought I'd see that in my life, to be honest with you. It's like, we're not Buck Cherry or nothing like that,
I
but
can't wait till
it's
it's and sit on a shelf.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's like a dream come true. It's like something you always thought,
The first time I see it on a shelf at a small record store somewhere, you better believe I'm making a Facebook and Instagram post about it. Like, look what I did, guys.
And then buying them all.
Yep.
They're not going to miss these.
Back behind the
Oh
shelf,
yeah, I'll
take
take a
those two.
picture, frame it.
Hey, wait, we'll buy these and we'll just put them back in so we don't have to buy any more.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Now you guys been
Oh,
getting
yeah.
a lot of love too from 97 Underground as of late.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We
still as of today, we're still in the top 10, which is really cool.
Yeah, we're still in the top
That's
10.
awesome.
We need to push a little bit more, guys. But yeah, it's funny. I did a couple of M3s ago. I was down at M3, and our good friend Will had said, "Dude, I want to introduce you to somebody." And they pulled me on the radio, and we started talking to them. And I've kept, the one thing that I've always learned, and you kind of taught me this, Bay, network, and always keep them in the background. So I always, kind of throw a text out to them or whatever. So it works. And now we have enough people that are actually voting for us. So it keeps us up there. Like we were on there a couple of years ago with Lightning, I think.
Yeah.
And, we got into medium rotation, but we
Mhm.
were up to number 4 a couple of weeks ago. So, it's it's fun. It's trying to push it and getting people to vote is kind of a fun, little event for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could get more people to come out to see live music, but
Yeah, that'd be nice.
that's next to figure out how we could get them to vote to come out to live music.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is it's a frustrating thing across the board in every city.
Yep, that's I was talking with I don't know if you know Chris Pinto and
Mhm.
Dave Janney. I picked up the thing today and was talking to them, and it was the same thing. It's like, you're playing, and it's like you're busting your butt, and there's really good nights, and then there's nights where people just don't want to come out, and
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to has the same problem.
You guys should do some shows with them, with Cream Circus. That'd be a nice lineup.
Again, network.
That's the name of the game in the entertainment industry.
The one thing that I kind of always felt since the beginning is you can't do it yourself.
No.
And
Impossible.
and this is what I don't understand why nobody listens. If you all work together instead of trying to work apart and everybody works together, if we bring 50 people and you bring 50 people, that's 100 people. If you play yourself with people that are going to bring nobody, you're only getting 50 people there. Same with us. So that's what I don't get. And, it's the one thing we've always preached, even when we were recording back in like the first album, the last album, when we were doing stuff, even if we weren't playing for like a month, we would always do our live, promote our friends and people we work with, because if we don't help each other out, nobody's going to.
Yeah.
Like there's a ton of other bands out there. Might not be your favorite, but you might come out and find your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true. And that's there's got to be a unified front between all the bands in each city and scene to try to unite to form something to get people to come out. Because the scary thing is, and we've had this conversation behind the scenes, and with my other show now, I do it Ray West from Spread Eagle. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago where you go out and see established cover bands or / especially tribute bands. These bands are drawing people, but the original artists like yourselves, it's like, why are the people not coming out to support the original music, but they're coming out to support the tribute music?
People would rather see Foreigner and pay $20 to see a Foreigner cover band and hear the same band, because if you're going to pay $130 in Atlantic City to see a cover band do Foreigner and bring Mick whatchamacallit out for 5 seconds and then walk off again, it's the same thing. Or see whatever, because most of the bands aren't even the real bands anyway, so you're paying for a cover band. So why not spend $20 and go to the Queen and see a Pat Benatar tribute or a Van Halen tribute band? And all you want to do, all people want to hear are songs they can sing,
what they're familiar with,
radio all the time.
Yeah,
they want to hear the songs they know.
We're like in a time now where people just, when they go out, even the young people now, when they go out, when they're drinking and they're going out to have fun, they want to hear songs, they want to hear covers and tributes because they want to hear songs they know.
Mm-hmm.
And young,
I mean, like, no, it's like a 180 from the 80s and even early 90s when people went out for cover bands too back then, but the original scene was fucking incredible.
Yeah,
back then. You know what I mean? But the younger generations now, just I don't know if it's the parenting, they're like how can I put it, like the parents didn't teach, like not
Play
teach, but
music.
you know what I'm saying, like
No, it's
pass it down to their kids, like,
Right.
hey, you know, original music.
I was just
Bryce is
going
an
to say,
expert in this
so
I've
field.
got a case study in that. It's
Do
not
we-
Bryce is an
do we
expert
let-
in this field.
do we let Mark parent the
because we're
children
not
of
into rock
today?
at all.
Hello, case study expert here.
Well, I'm only one for two in this department.
Yeah, it's a perfect example
Bryce,
of
of course, is into in rock music,
yeah. So
but his sister has no interest in rock music.
no,
Well, that's like my nephew. I have a 16-year-old
Go ahead,
nephew
Bryce.
who doesn't care about music at all. Doesn't care. I've tried to show him even my the Rat Rod videos. My own nephew it has no interest. Like he just goes. He'll like sit there and watch, and I'll be like, you know, hey, man, you know, what do you think? Yeah, it's good, you know. And then the next thing I know, he's gone. You know,
yeah.
and
Listen, it really comes
I
down
have a
to
daughter
what
that
is
way.
and he doesn't
what
even listen to music at all. Period. Like all he cares about is his video games
There you
and
go.
this and that and whatever. He doesn't care about music at all. Nothing. It's unbelievable.
what it really comes down to is what is popular right now. What is the media shoving down the throats of the youth? And speaking from my age bracket, which is the 20 to 26-year-old crowd at the moment, it really just is like the only things that matter right now to people my age is what's on TikTok, what's popular on TikTok, what's popular on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, and what is the music that is associated with that. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be electronic music of some sort, or rap, or hip hop, or anything
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
And to be fair, I'm a fan of that kind of music too. It's catchy, it's an earworm, and it can be easy to listen to. However, I also believe that a lot of the age bracket of that I'm in is still open-minded to that, because I could go, you know, to one of my friends and go, yo, check this shit out, and they're gonna be like, yo, that sounds really cool. Is it gonna be something that they'll listen to all the time? Probably not, but they're not completely shutting it out either.
Right.
But I think a lot of it really stems from what's popular right now as far as media culture, and that's really just something nobody really has control over, unfortunately. So
This is true. This is true.
Mhm.
So, all right. So let's
And then
talk
when you
about
go along
the.
with that, just like when we were younger, there's a peer pressure part of it too. And I don't
exactly.
mean a pressure, but your buds are listening to this kind of stuff, so you're going to listen to this kind of stuff.
Right.
And that's how that progresses too. In some ways, nothing's changed. It's just the
Yeah.
medium has changed.
MTV's not around
That's really what's
anymore,
going
but
on here.
TikTok
And
is the new
And the
MTV.
style of music
Yeah.
has changed. No, in
Yeah.
some respects, you're right.
Well, let's talk about something that really kind of blew up, especially through the world of the music sites, which was a big thing for you guys. Was the video that you guys released a month ago, All or Nothing? How that? I'll tell you what. Like when it came out, I was like, oh shit, this is like really freaking cool. It was a really cool concept, whole different change to see coming from the Rat Rod boys.
Again, we got to we every
Yeah,
time
a bit of
we
a
do
surprise for us.
yeah, Mark. Every time we put
I was
something
going to say it
new
was just
out,
a
we
bit of a
learn.
surprise for us because
It was a surprise for us because we didn't know that
Are you keep freezing, Mark? Or
our
you just not-
buddy Bert was there recording that night. You know, recording us playing, and because we had talked to him about we wanted to work with him about making a video for All or Nothing, and he came out, tape recorded us playing All or Nothing at the Sick Vicky reunion, and without telling us, I guess he did it as a surprise. He put that all together and said, "Hey guys, check out. What do you think about this?" And we were all like, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? Like he actually put it all together himself, and just was like, "What do you guys think?" Like we didn't even know he was doing it. You know what I mean? Like he did it as a surprise, which was awesome.
Yeah, Bert. So that was also too. If people don't know, Bert from Monte Carlo, lead singer of Monte Carlo,
Yes, Monte Carlo
actually did the video for the guys, and it came out awesome. It really did.
Yeah,
and
he
that
did
goes back. That
Great
goes
job.
back. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. Everybody works together. It makes the scene better.
Mm-hmm. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go through each one of you now. Put each one of you on the spot. I'll start with you, LJ, since you're right next to me. Favorite song on the album and why?
Resurrected.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
It's got a weird Kiss vibe. As soon as I heard it, I was like, wow. So, yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay.
And
Mark.
a close second is Stole My Soul with the Brian Setzer vibe.
So the things that are a little different are the ones that stuck with you the most this time.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, you're up.
My favorite on the record tends to go back and forth a little bit. Both of them the same type of tune. They're both up tempos.
Okay.
It's a kind of a cross up between Knock 'Em Down, which I think is edging out, to both of them are just bangers. I love them both. They both kick my ass to play too, because they're right up there at the peak of tempo, and we always are amped up when we're doing them. So I have a blast playing those songs, and I love listening to them. But if you got to put a gun to my head, it's gonna be Knock 'Em Down.
Huh. Okay. Mike, how about you?
All or nothing, because that song is how I feel about Rat Rod. What I want.
Let me ask you this, Mike, real quick, since you picked that song. Especially now that the video is out, does it give you a different feel because you have that video to see it? Do you have a different feeling about it too now, especially when you're doing it live?
No, I mean, I love the video, but no. I love that song. I love doing that live. That's another reason I love it. That's a fun tune to do live.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Like it's a fun. I like it, but that's just I don't know. That's my favorite because that's one where I really get to kind of say how what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
my I guess like the goal for and that was the goal. That song is what the goal for the band was the day I met Mark, and he'll tell you that I even said that back then. 6 years ago, 7. But I told him what I personally thought we could do, possibly could do, if this happened and that happened. You know what I mean? And it's starting slowly to come true. You know what I mean?
Nice. All right, Bryce, you're on the hot seat now.
Oh, geez. I didn't study for this test.
Your favorite?
Nah, in all reality, Knock 'Em Down,
That's my
absolutely,
line.
without a doubt. And everybody knew that answer for me. And the reason is because that particular song,
considered it's his riff.
Yeah. Well, that particular song perfectly encompasses the vision I want out of Rat Rod, personally. Like, if I was the captain of the ship, most of the songs would steer in that direction. More so because it's such a high energy, you want to punch the guy next to you in the face while you're listening to it song. Like,
I love that stuff.
When my father and I went down to Maryland a couple years ago, probably 5 years ago at this point, to see Airborne. It was Airborne, and
it was actually before Mike and I met.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was Airborne and this Canadian band called The Wild, and both of them, it was just basically that song except times 2.5, 3 hours of that. And it was perfect. And when I think of hard classic rock or hard rock or what we're doing, which is like a blues southern rock vibe, in my opinion, that's what I want. That's what I feel. And it's just it's such a fun song to play and very energetic for me.
Remember, Bryce, we're all a little older,
That's no excuse.
That's too hard. It's really hard to sing. That's why it's
no excuse. Get good.
Kick its ass,
You got to keep up.
We're not 21, Bryce.
Too late. You got to keep up. You brought me in the band. You got to keep up.
He's gonna drag us along, kicking and screaming.
Yep.
Just young.
All right, so if people don't know this or caught this whole dynamic yet, there is a weird thing that is and a cool thing about the band is it's father and son. You got Mark and Bryce, and I'm going to ask. I got to ask each one of you now, and I want to know each one of your opinion. What's it like? I mean, not only as father and son to be creating and writing music, recording music together, but then to look across the stage and see your father or son over there rocking out with you. I mean that experience as a parent or as a son has to be just unfucking believable.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Bryce. You go first.
Well, for me, oh jeez. Nah, for me, it is the coolest fucking thing in the world. Point blank, period. In the band room and on the stage, he's not my father, and that's not a bad thing. He's my best friend. I'm creating music with my best friend, and it is the coolest thing in the world to be able to do that. Not to mention, I grew up with him providing me all this amazing music to listen to, and quite frankly, when I was younger, I didn't really give a shit. But revisiting it now and enjoying it now, looking back, it was like, wow, I see what he was doing. I see what he was trying to do. And now I get to create music in the same vein and share it with him. These are memories that are going to be with me forever. And I couldn't ask for more, to be honest.
You want to make me cry, Bryce. That's so fucking amazing.
I know, dude.
love
I'm
it.
like about tearing up
And
here.
Mark's
I
got to
know.
follow that.
Yeah. How are you supposed to follow that, Mark? Come on.
I have never in this band, the 5 years we've been playing together, been afraid to follow an act till now. Not that it was an act. I don't mean it to be an act, but to follow anybody. That is tough. That is tough right there. The same sentiment. It is incredible to be able to play in the band with him. It was a dream of mine, quite frankly. When we were younger and I was showing him, my guitar when he's 2-3 years old, he would kind of just bang on it or whatever. I was just hoping that one day we'd be able to do something like this. And the fact that we are that's icing on the cake. That's the cake. That's the champagne at midnight. It's all of it all in one shot. Said in the band, we set the ground rules at the very beginning. In the band room or on the stage, we're fellow tell me to go fuck off, and I can tell him the same on.
And
It's
they
happened.
do.
But in
It's
the band,
Take advantage of it, Bryce. Take advantage.
yeah, it's happened.
That's freaking awesome. I love it.
So
all right,
it's
so you
great,
guys,
though. It's incredible.
you guys have a huge show coming up this coming weekend. Big Thanksgiving celebration with one of my all-time favorite bands, and there he is showing off the shirt. The Tease Guys. You guys are gonna be playing
Can't
with.
wait, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. So you know how I'm feeling right now.
I wish I was going to be there. It's
I
killing
wish
me I'm
you were.
not there.
Well,
I
plane
wish you
tickets
were.
aren't that expensive, Bay. Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah,
If it was that simple.
it is. Come on, Bay.
It's not that bad. I'll buy you a bus ticket.
Oh, hell no.
Dude, the train isn't bad. I've done that. We'll pick you
I mean,
up at
it's only
30th Street.
It's only an 8-hour drive. It's fine.
No,
It's 13.
no, it's a
13,
12,
sorry.
12 hours. I've done it in 10, but I don't
We
have that
did
car
12.
anymore.
We did 12 in one day. You can do it.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and back in one
And
day.
we played a show in between.
In one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
All you
They
got to
played
do
a
is
show
drive.
too. Yep.
Oh, it's too funny.
No, it wasn't.
Nah, you're right. Yeah, John's right. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, fun.
No,
Maybe I'm just a
it
glutton
wasn't.
for punishment.
Not at all.
It
So
was an
yeah,
experience.
so you have the show this weekend with Tease and also your fellow friends Instinct also on
Oh,
the
yeah.
bill.
Yep.
And then the next big show after that is
Mhm.
December 2nd at the Kyber.
Yep.
December 2nd at the Kyber, and Candy Cigarettes, Vixen 77,
And it,
Uh, Tone Bandits. But this Saturday, it's called Tease Giving. It's September 26th. This Saturday, it's called the Forest Lodge VFW in
November.
Sellersville. They have this. They have it every year. They have this tease giving every year at the same venue. So anybody watching this that's been there before is there again this year. And it's Instinct, and then us, and then Tease. So it's a huge. This is a big show for us. So I'm like super excited about this one. I'm psyched.
I'm like jumping out of my skin. I ran into Mike Natalini on Saturday night. He was playing with the Romeo Delight, and he came running over. He's like, "Dude, I can't wait for Saturday." I'm like, "Dude, this is like 15-year-old John gig." I'm like, I'm like, "No, dude, you don't understand."
Yeah. Tommy, Tommy Red Flopster, dude. He messaged me today. He's bringing like 5 people.
Cool. But
and he loves the CD, dude. He said it's unbelievable. He's like freaking out.
I'm gonna have to like change how I play because I stole so much off of Dave Weekly.
There you go. So, all right. So, where's the best place to send everybody to keep up to date with Rat Rod as the year's closing out, and this way they can get the new music, the new album, and be up to date with the new shows coming up for the new year?
Mark?
RatRodRocks.com.
There you go.
And the Facebook.
For all your Rat Rod needs.
And are you guys on TikTok?
RatRodRocks.com will take you everywhere.
We're not on.
Well, we are.
We can't figure it out.
We just don't have a huge presence there yet.
We can't figure it out.
We got to figure out what to do on TikTok. Because as I understand, people don't like to be promoted to on TikTok. They want entertainment. So we got to figure out how to entertain in a minute or less.
TikTok is a how can I put this?
It's a platform for the attention deficit.
There you go.
ADD adjacent.
I had it on my phone, I think, for 2 weeks about a year and a half ago, and I couldn't stand to look at what was going on there. And the fact that millions of people are watching it and enjoying it, I was just like, the downfall of human civilization has happened.
All thanks to China.
What was that movie? What was that movie? Idiocracy?
I don't know.
With Cruz, the big guy.
Terry Crews?
Yeah. Terry Crews was the president. How everybody, the main character got frozen in ice and woken up like 60 years in the future, and the entire civilization was just dumb.
I never saw it.
No.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why we have 2 marks now.
Where do you got 2 marks?
Oh, okay. Now we have 1.
I was trying to put myself on the phone because I'm having a hard time on my laptop, and that didn't work.
Okay. I was like, all right, he popped on again. How's this going on? So, all right, guys. Congrats on 4 on the floor.
Thank you.
Well, don't technology.
Thank you, sir.
Will there be another video gracing our presence anytime soon?
We're in the planning stages. It should be hopefully soon.
We
got a good idea coming. We're working on some ideas, and we'll see what happens with this show. Maybe we'll get some more live footage, put some into a video.
Nice.
So
love it, guys. Have fun Saturday night. Tell everybody in Philly I missed them and I love them, and I miss you guys.
Maybe I'll FaceTime you again during Tease.
Yeah. Please do that.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. All right, guys. Take care. Congrats, and I'll talk to you all soon.
See you.
Take care. Take care, babe. Thank you, brother.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, babe.